Hi, this is LatN, and we're back with Software Inc.'s Beta 1 Play and Learn series. Today we're going to do a how-to video on project management. How I set it up, how I do project management, my strategies. We'll get into it after the intro. Okay, for me, project management starts here on the creation. I set up our founder first. Fast learner, big brain, neat freak, walking stat. He will not need any of these skills. He will need some service, mainly programming, design, and art. And he's a big brain. He's full. Across the board stars for programming, 3 stars for system and design, 3 stars for 2D in design, and 1 star for audio and design. In reference to leadership, he has full 3 stars for socialization, full 3 stars for multitasking, and 1 star for HR. He will not be a team leader. We will hire a team leader. Okay, service, 3 stars for marketing. Everybody you set up as a founder will get 3 stars for marketing. This is important for the project management, especially for Ali Trim. He will be our lead designer and lead project manager. He will have 2 roles. He will set up the project management doc, and then you can be a lead designer, or you can hire another lead designer. I do is I put her as a lead designer, and then once she finishes the design phase, he will basically revert back and set up another PM doc. And while she's setting up that other PM doc, she's doing something else and recovering her inspiration that she will need. Her creativity levels will have to be refreshed. During the PM doc, she'll be able to refresh her creativity levels. So the way we set her up is full designer, system, 2D, audio, and hardware, all 3 stars. Program, 3 stars in system, 2 stars in 2D, and 2 stars in audio. For art, she'll have 1 star in 2D and 2 stars in audio, which is the opposite of Al Burris, who has 2 stars in 2D and 1 star in audio. So that's covered on both sides. That's how we cover that. So she has these skills. She has program skills. She has the most designer skill levels. She has some art skill level, and she has half service levels. Why service levels? Let's go into that now. First, let's go into leader. You need 3 stars in automation to handle a PM doc. Project management, sequels, iterations, and frameworks, and handle post-release tasks. In order to handle every the tasks on the project management doc, she needs 3 stars in automation. I've given her 1 boost team compatibility stars, even though she will not be leading a team, so she doesn't need HR. Improve efficiencies in multitasking is star 1. Let's improve efficiencies with support and marketing tasks, she'll need that. Improve efficiencies with development tasks, she'll need that. And improve efficiencies with any task, she'll need that. She gets the private office, she gets royalty. Her and Al first were medium difficulty, they get 50-50 share of the company, and we start with 25,000. And in reference to service, she has 3 stars in marketing. The design doc requires marketing. That's why we're giving her skills in marketing. And we'll go over that when we get to the design doc. Let's move into the office, and we'll take it from there. Okay, we have transitioned over to the office, and we set up the project management doc. We'll go over it now. Games, RPG, adventure. Alice, first is design. Design teams is design 1. Development team is development 1. Secondary teams, we have none. Support teams is support 1 and 2. Pre-marketing is marketing 1. Post-marketing is marketing 2. Update teams are core. SCM is SCM version 0.1. Prototype software, we have none. Server, we have none. And server you will need once you get into networking. We don't have networking, so it's none. And we're going to start with a development time of 220%. Updates, levels, iterations, I leave this to 0. All update cycle, I leave it to the default of 3. Update duration, I leave this to the default of 12. Once you've gotten your project management to outstanding and great releases, you can play with these, which is what I'm doing in another playthrough. Hype, yes. Auto develop, uncheck auto develop. You don't need auto develop. Uncheck this. Only sequels. Use frameworks is checked. Single IP, you don't have to check this unless you just want to make a single IP. Use on licenses, post marketing, all these are checked. Everything else is checked. 20,000 for print jobs. Now we're going to let her start on this. And before that, before we move on to the next thing, let's go look at the team and let's look at Alice and let's see what we've set up. Okay, on day 1, I've set everything up. Core team is 1, which is out first. PM1 is going to be Ali. Ali will be PM1. If you go in here into employees, look at her. When we over the roles, how she came up as designer, programmer, service, which is what she requires. And then I made her the lead. And he has to be a lead in order to do design docs. Now, why did I not make her born leader? She's not going to be leading any teams. You will not be leading any teams. Born leader, you require it when you're leading a team. And if we go to design 1, we have not hired, but once we hire, we will make sure that this is 281.3. And we'll go over that once we get to it. And that's a video for another day. I think I have a video out there on team building which covers that. So Alice, if we look at her details, she's got 3 stars in marketing, and she's got marketing levels of about 45 to 50%. Artist levels she doesn't need. Programming she will, in design she will need, and lead she will need. She needs to know her way around the program and the design phase of a program, and she needs these skills to be able to do it. And she basically needs, like I said before, 3 stars in automation, and all of these are pluses. That's why you set up a lead founder with these traits, because they're hard to find anybody out there when you go hiring with all these traits. Now, I should have made her skill levels for gaming. That was my error. But this operating system is still fine. And she has basically lost a lot of inspiration. But she's up to 75% inspiring. And the way we do that is when we do contracts, you'll get to be a lead on 1 contract. When I get to the 2 and 3 month contracts, I make her lead on 1 contract, make sure that contract goes full to the end, and then she will not do a contract again until maybe a month later. Give her time to recover her creativity. She needs to recover creativity. And you could also put her on development side of a contract, and she could cover the creativity there rather than have her here. Take her off of here, put her on here, make this only core, and for the next one you do, just have her here, core and her here in the development side. This is the development side. You do that and she'll recover her creativity by doing something else. And this, you should always have that. So contracts and deals, we're going to have separate videos for those. So that was just a tip. Okay, so your teams, we've covered. These are the teams you need to set up for project management. And you need to set them up because You need to set up the project management with the teams. Ali, design team, design team, development team, secondary teams we won't get into right now. Support 1 and 2, those will be your support teams. Pre-marketing team is marketing 1. Post-marketing team is marketing 2. Now, 4 is your update teams. And I use that to shuffle everybody in and out of core, provided your compatibility is the same. You can shuffle. That's why it's important you keep your teams at the same compatibility. And a team building video covers that. Okay, we don't have a network server because we don't need network, and we don't have prototype. And this is the 20 I said. And everything else we've covered here already. Okay, so let's see. How long does it take Alice with the traits that she has, the skills that she has to fill this stack out? It's February 1980. Let's move into the next month and see how far she gets. And I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, here we are at 6:04 p.m. on March 1980. Cora is handling the contracts and Alice is working on PM. 1 month. Look how much she's covered. Evenly done the design, development, and marketing phase. This is why you need marketing right here. And this is why you need development, and this is why you need design. They're all here. And I think she should have this done by tomorrow or the next month, whichever one you want to reference this as. We're going to move into tomorrow and see how she does. Okay, welcome back. 6:01 p.m., April 1980. How did she do? Bingo. Almost done. Little development left to do. You should be able to knock that out. She basically walks in the door tomorrow. That's done. That's finished. Then we could assign. And we're not going to go into team hiring or anything. We have a video for that. But we're just going to go into the next month and see how she does. Completes this and what happens then. So we're going to continue on and see how she does. Nothing else here changes right now. Okay, we moved into June at 6:27 a.m. And we're going to look at James RPG. And she's completely filled this out. But what now? Now we still don't have enough money. We still are only 3 stars. So we just hired a receptionist. We need 4 stars to start hiring, and we need deals. So we'll see if we capture any deals. Meanwhile, what is Ali going to do? She's going to start another doc for game 2. Now, between these starting working on this doc, she's working on the doc one day, and the next day she's doing contract work. We're assigning her. Once we get a contract for 3 or 4 months out, we assign her as a designer. And we'll take this. Accept this contract. We come in here and we assign her as designer. She's the designer, and Cora will be doing the development. She will do the design, and Cora will do the development. That's why her inspiration is almost nil. Right now she's resting because that's what she did all day yesterday. So today she's going to rest and work on Games 2 project. We'll be setting up this project. You alternate with her that way, and that's how you get her to 75%. She's 75% inspiring. Like I said, she needs to recover her inspirations. So she's recovering inspiration and improving her creativity. Let's move into the next one, see how fast she gets this done. And we'll see if we could get any contracts to put together a team, which we will not be concerned with. We just need the team in place so we can move on to the next one. Next phase. Okay, so we moved ahead to June. 1980, 6:05 p.m. So this is at the end of the day. And that was her progress. Just wanted to show you her progress for her PM doc as it progresses. You should have this finished tomorrow. We're in June, so by July. Okay, August 1980. Well, that's eventual. Games 2. Okay, Games 2 has been completed. So 2 months to complete these things. That's what she took. 2 months because she's not even in yet. 6:56 a.m. And we're 4 stars, so we should be getting contracts. And we should be able to hire. Did we get any contracts? Nope, no contracts as of yet. Let's move into the next thing. Okay, so we've advanced to January 1981. And we finally got 2 contracts, and you got to be patient. You got to take we've had contracts before, but nothing. This is 84, 83. So we could take these 2, except that's 31 months, except that's 38 months. Don't just take any contracts. Take contracts that are going to fund your teams. So we're basically going to accept those contracts, take this off, and we're going to go put together some teams because we have funds coming in now. We have 60,000. We're up to 261,005. So let's move ahead, put some teams together. You guys don't need to see that. We'll take it from there. So what the next phase is of the PM dot. Okay, we moved into February 1981. Core is working on 2 contracts, and we're going to go look at Design 1 team. We put together Design 1, 5 employees. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 system, 2 for 2D with 3 stars. In the beginning when we're hiring designers with programming just in case they need it. And then if you have issues hiring programmers, when you get into development fields, you can use these guys. Now, the core team, okay, let's go look at expenses. This team's costing me $32,988 salary a month. And if we look at our deals, we're getting $32,537 from this deal, which is the first deal that's going to terminate in 83, which is 30 months out. Plus we're getting $38,572 from this deal. And if we look at our expenses, which has nothing to do with project management, but it's a strategy, we just have $2,500 for staff, for receptionists. Now at this point, you have to hire cleaning and IT, but you can manage it any way you want. One deal is paying the salary for our design team. Now we're going to go look at this. We're in a tight budget, and we're going to read this one. Okay, Neptunes is the name of the project. An RPG game. Queued no. Queued no means that it's already in progress. It's in phase design. If it was queued yes, that means it would be queued until it goes to phase design. Next phase is July 1982. That'll be the alpha phase. When that's 1982, you need to make sure that your development team is in place to start development. How do you find out how many you need in your development team? It says here, 0 out of 8. So you need 8 programmers, 3 artists. And remember, if money's tight, you could use the same design team who has programming skills and whatever other else. I'm going to have to hire at least 2 more programmers with design skills here to help with these contracts for the core team. Nothing to do with project management, but just helping you with the strategies I use. Tunings, let's review the info. RPG game February 1981. Isaac Payne is the lead designer. You got 4 out of 5 designers. 0 out of 8 programmers. Recommended artists is 0 out of 3. So you need 3 programmers. Release date none, and consumer reach is a mil 705. And that is the editor audio operating system in the SCM. Okay, so you're short one person. What do? Go in here at PM1 there. Come back in here. 5 out of 5. Perfect. Now, my suggestion is come in here. I was going to make Alice the lead designer, but she don't have no game skills. When I created her, I should have made her game skills, but you could still pick up game skills in here. So pick them up, and then maybe in the next one we'll make her the lead. But she'll be the fill-in. Or like you saw, you can make the lead. But I'm not crazy about making the lead. I'd rather have her in here. Give her a chance to recover her inspiration. And she'll have something to do. And she'll also pick up skills in gaming, which she'll be able to eventually take lead. So the important thing is these dates. Not so much release date June 1985. This date will change at least twice. It will change once July 1982 comes around and you go into alpha. As soon as you go into alpha, this will give you a new date. And then this date will change and give you a new next phase date. And the next phase date will, from alpha, you'll go into beta. Once you go into beta, this date would most likely change again. So if I were to guess, this is going to go into development. I would say it's going to go into development in early 85. When this goes into alpha, that's going to come close, bring that number closer to the beginning of the year. And you'll get a new number here, a new date here. So this release date will come in closer to the beginning of 1985 as soon as this goes into alpha. And then you'll get a new next phase date, which will be your beta date. And as soon as it goes into beta, whatever date is here will come in closer to the beginning of that year. This is the info. The info is provided you. The only thing missing in this info, if you are doing manufacturing for phone, joystick, or console, you don't have the diagram. The diagram is missing, and I've mentioned this several times. I've brought it to Kenneth's attention, and hopefully we'll get that soon. And here's where you assign your lead designers. And Isaac Peng has basically complete skills. He's got good inspiration. And it's 37 out of 85 creativity, so that's pretty good. So you should get an inspiring release. This is to take it over. I've never taken it over. And this is to cancel it. The only other thing you never get in a PM doc is the chance or the ability to change your name. You cannot change the project's name, or you could change the PM's name up here, but in reference to the RPG Neptunians, this you cannot change. That is your project's name. Reference here. This cannot be changed in the PM doc. As to whereby over here, you're able to change on the design doc, you're able to change it in the manual. I think I've covered everything. And the important thing is for the design docs to make sure. I always match this recommended 5 to 5, 8 to 8, 3 to 3. I always match it. I try not to go over. I try not to be below. Below is going to basically add more time to it. In reference to artists, you could have 4 or 5 out of 3. Fine. You should never have 2 or 1 out of 3 because that's just going to add time to your development. In this case, we probably need 2D art and audio art. So 2 of these artists should be 2D and the one artist should be audio. But it should never be less than the required. It can be more, should never be less. So that's project management for great or outstanding releases. In a nutshell, you do all the work up front so that you don't have to manage the upgrades. You don't have to manage the debug. You don't have to manage the marketing. And you don't have to manage the support. Everything is, all your work is up front, making sure this document releases a great or outstanding product by being vigilant with your release dates, by being vigilant. Next phase date, July 1982. On June of 1982, you should be putting a team together. A development team and your art team, or development team with your artists included, whichever way you want to handle that. That should be in here. And if you're going to have a development team and an art team, you're going to have to add the art team to the development team. I've tried adding the art team to the secondary team. It doesn't work. So I still have not discovered what the secondary dev teams is for. They may be fuller in case there's somebody out. I don't know. I will investigate that. So we're going to leave it there, folks. Questions, comments, you know what to do. If you have gotten this far in the video, I appreciate you for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos, as it does help me and the channel to keep growing. A special thanks to all my subscribers. I do appreciate you. Stay safe. Keep those around you safe. LatN out.